Welcome to your Signal podcast.
Welcome to Your Signal, where we explore the stories, turning points, and defining moments that shape a person's work and purpose, and the signal that moves them to make a difference in the world. Today, our guest, Giovanna and myself, our guest is Joyce Beverly. And Joyce, you are a Navy. Okay, Joyce, you were a Navy veteran. Can you tell us what was your signal to join the Navy and serve your country?
I joined the Navy because my father retired from the Navy, and I have three brothers who all decided to join the Army. So somebody needed to follow in my dad's footsteps, and that was me.
And how long were you serving in the Army?
Not Army, Navy, but I served
Navy.
for 16 years. And during my 16th year, I ended up getting a medical retirement because I was injured.
Can you share some of that with us?
Yes.
The circumstances and what happened? Because you, from what I understand, you loved serving. So how did you feel and what happened?
I did love it. And I think even at my old age, if I could go back, I'd join again. But while serving in the Navy, and this was my last deployment, I was asked to escort some equipment on a cargo ship from Norfolk, Virginia to Portugal. While on that ship, it was not a U.S. ship, so nobody knows what they were carrying. And cargo ships carry a lot of hazardous material. Somehow I was exposed to something crossing that ocean. And by the time I got to Portugal, I could barely breathe. I was really having a difficult time. And the doctor in my unit put me on a plane right away and sent me straight back to Norfolk. So when I got to Norfolk, I was evaluated and tested. And my doctor said, well, we don't know what you were exposed to. And the Navy's not going to pay to find out because cargo ships carry a lot of things. So we're going to treat you for asthma. And they loaded me up with a lot of inhalers and different medications. But that one trip, that was such a fateful trip. And it changed everything in my life.
Like what? Your health?
Well, my health was drastically changed because my respiratory system was so compromised at that time. I couldn't even open the front door of my house and let the fresh air in because it would feel like my air was just being taken away. I wasn't able to go for walks or be outdoors for any length of time. I would always try to park. I had a handicap. I got a handicap sticker for my car because I couldn't park far from a door. I knew by the time I got out of my car and reached the door, I was struggling to breathe. That went on for years and years and years. Well, I would say that went on until I found a redox. But yeah, that was hard. The military put me on. I had to take 2 inhalers every day, morning and night. And then I had a rescue inhaler that I used anytime I was outside. I was using my rescue inhaler. And that became a real challenge because I worked in DC and I was commuting back and forth. So I would leave home, I'd be okay, I get to work, and I was struggling to breathe until I got into an air-conditioned building or a building with better air, and I could, use my nebulizer or my rescue inhaler. So yeah, the sad part about that was that this went on for more than 20 years of my life. And I was hospitalized. I was going to the ER all the time, struggling. I finally ended up buying the sweetest little dog because I was in the house all the time. And after a while, I thought, well, why can't I just go out and walk her sometimes? But it was difficult. I had to get other people to walk her. So I I am so overjoyed right now. I cannot tell you. I can't wait to get to the story where I started taking ASEA, the
Okay, we
ASEA
want to hear
redox.
about ASEA. So clearly, like you'd never had a diagnosis even. They didn't know what was going on
I,
with you, and it was a lot worse than what they were treating you for. And that wasn't
exactly.
helping. Yeah, and oh my. So for anyone that's been exposed to anything toxic chemicals,
Ha-
we're
hazardous.
assuming hazardous chemicals. Yeah. Um, they need to hear your story. Um, do you,
Yeah, and I mean there is
and
a
does that
there
happen
there
more often than not? Does that tell us like
it
how else
happens a
would that
lot.
happen in the Navy or in the Army when serving?
It happens in probably in most of the military branches because of the deployments that we have to go on. Um, I was also in a field unit, so we would burn a lot of waste and different things that I'm sure if I could find some of my unit mates, they may have issues as well. Most service members who have been in the army and out in the field and doing those things, they've been exposed to something. The military came out with a program just a couple years ago for people who were exposed to things like burn pits and hazardous chemicals. So it's a really big issue. And thankfully, though, they're trying to work on, mitigating some of those hazards for the military
Mm.
personnel.
So recognizing that it's a really a big problem and
It
many people are
is.
affected is the first step, right? And then action.
Yeah.
Um, Joyce, tell us your story because you're so excited, you're so happy, and you sound wonderful now. I understand you haven't had to use your inhaler for a few months or a couple of months. Tell us your story
Yeah.
now, please.
Yes, for a couple of months now, and it's been amazing. Um, I started using the ASEA Redox December 1st, 2025. And it's just been it's what I call my miracle from God because it has helped me since I've started taking this. And I started out slow, doing 2 ounces in the morning, two in the evening. I moved up to 8 ounces a day, but I've not been using my inhalers, and I get to go outside now. Anytime I want, I can stand in the front yard and talk to my neighbor or walk my dog for a very long time and come back in the house and I can still breathe. And to me, that has just changed everything in my life. Um, I don't know what else to say. It's that's not the only thing. I think also with being a military person, um, the work that we do, not just my breathing was affected, but also my bones in my body. I did very heavy work and a difficult work, and I think some of that led to me um, having issues with my bones. Uh,
Mm.
I was diagnosed with osteopenia and severely erosive arthritis. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm getting off track, but uh,
It's okay. It's
yeah,
all good.
my I'm sorry. But yeah,
Good.
my bones have all healed. Someone's trying to call me. Sorry. But my but since I've started taking this too, I was gonna say I'm sorry, I'm so twisted now, but severely erosive osteoarthritis and osteopenia. I started taking the since I started taking the ASEA, I've gone back to my doctor and I've been tested again. I've had a bone density test. I do not have any problems with my bones anymore. The only way anyone would know that my hands were the worst. I lifted heavy cargo containers and didn't think anything of it because I was a personal trainer. I was really strong. And I thought lifting all these heavy weight was going to be okay for me. But it destroyed my bones and my hands. So taking this, I could not hold an ink pen. I could not um, pick small items up off the counter. and my hands were in pain all day, every day. I wore gloves, I used pain creams, nothing helped. But what I can say, and I want all my military buddies to know this, is that since taking this supplement, I can do anything I want to do with my hands. My bones, according to the tests that were just taken in March, my bones they're great. I don't have those issues anymore. So I am truly thankful.
Well, this is such a wonderful story and a message I think that, yes, is worth sharing. You look so beautiful, and you're talking about 20 years here and 15 years there. Um, can you share with us? Would you share with us your age?
Oh, yes, I'm 71 years old.
And so
And
at 71,
yeah,
your bone density has become healthier. Your
healthy.
hands are free. Your lungs are working properly. Um,
Yes.
and it's as if you are, as we say, age reversing, and your problem reversing. This is beautiful. Listen, this is if your military friends and anyone who's been exposed to toxic chemicals and
Yes.
situations, can they reach out to you? How can they reach out to you to learn more? Because you received guidance from Giovanna, and I think that you would be one of the
Yes.
most best guides to help somebody on their journey to health, if that's what they're looking for. How can people reach out to you?
They can reach me by email, um, or just send me. I don't mind if people send me a text message and let me know who they are and ask me questions. Email maybe the easiest for them, but yeah, I look forward to helping anyone and whoever I can to just to see the benefits of this wonderful product. It
Can
has
you
done so
recite the
much for me.
email, Beverly? Can you
Yes,
tell them?
sorry. My email is beverly.joyce@hotmail.com. And Beverly is Beverly.
Great.
Beautiful. That's simple enough. And they can reach us through Your Signal podcast. Just say you heard
Yes,
Joyce's story, and you want to learn more. Everything starts with awareness, right? The government is aware now of these situations. They're starting to take
yes,
action, and you became aware of the redox technology. Redox cell signaling molecules we are born with them, but with age and exposure to toxins and stress, the
yeah,
signaling in our body diminishes, which means that damage is not noticed by the body and has a difficult time repairing. And that's where Joyce was at. And then
yeah.
when she was able to put more redox molecules into her body, her body found the damage and repaired it. And so it is uh, the name of our podcast, Giovanna and myself, Joanne, we were inspired by health and vigor and the freedom of a healthy body. Just how Joyce is so happy to have the freedom to use her own hands to walk with her dog and breathe fresh air again and be out in the open. Her life has come it's fulfilled now, and she's
Yes, it
free,
is.
and she's living to her full potential, and it's never too late. Would you agree? I mean, you're starting a new life now, Joyce, and we feel your joy and happiness, and we thank you for your service, and we thank you for joining us again on Your Signal podcast. Giovanna, did you want to have any last minute words with us here?
I'm just so excited and thrilled for what the future is going to bring for you, Joyce, and happy
Thank you.
that we were able
Ye-
to bring it to you.
Yes, said like
I'm
a true
thankful.
guide and mentor.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you. I am so thankful. Thankful for all of you.
And thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Your Signal, where we explore the motivations, the turning points in our life that inspire us to bring joy and goodness and hope and health and healing and freedom to others.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Joyce.
Thank you.